Some betrayals don't happen in secret. Some are announced with a smile. Mine happened at my son's wedding. Music was playing. Guests were laughing. Cameras were flashing. And while everyone celebrated love, I learned how replaceable I was. The farm they talked about so casually wasn't an inheritance. It wasn't extra land. It was the place I rebuilt my life. 27 years ago, my husband died suddenly. I was left with 2 children and a future full of fear. That farm was all I had. I learned how to work the land because I had no choice. I learned strength because weakness wasn't an option. Every harvest paid school fees. Every fence I repaired held my family together. That land didn't just feed us, it raised my children. When my son introduced me to his future wife's family, I tried to be warm, open, hopeful. But I noticed something immediately. They didn't ask about me. They asked about the property. How many acres? How many rooms? How much it was worth? Her sister laughed and said, "This place is too big for one woman." Everyone smiled. I did too. But something inside me tightened. Before the wedding, they started acting comfortable. Too comfortable. They talked about changing the house layout, about turning the barn into rooms, about where they would stay. Once my daughter-in-law casually said, "After marriage, everything becomes shared anyway." I told myself I was overthinking. I trusted my son. Mothers often do that, even when they shouldn't. The wedding was beautiful. I sat there quietly, watching my son smile, telling myself this was a new beginning. Then came the speeches. Her father stood up, confident and proud. He spoke about unity, about family. Then he turned toward me, and with a laugh he said, "Now that we're one family, my wife, my daughter, and my other daughter will move into her farm. After all, she's alone. She won't need all that space." The room erupted in laughter. Applause followed. I looked at my son. He was laughing too. That moment hurt more than the words themselves. After the wedding, no one asked me anything. They started telling me things. Furniture catalogs arrived. Renovation ideas were discussed. The sister-in-law posted online, "Can't wait to move into our farm." They kindly informed me that I could use a smaller room. That's when it became clear. They hadn't misunderstood me. They had already decided my place. That night I sat outside alone. No anger, just a deep, exhausting sadness. I had given my life to raise my son, and now I was being slowly erased. Then something grounded me. The farm was still legally mine. I had never signed it away, never promised it, never shared ownership. The next morning, I called my lawyer. My lawyer listened carefully, and then said something simple. They have no legal rights. Not one. We prepared formal documents. Clear. Firm. Final. I didn't want revenge. I wanted dignity. A week later, they showed up with a moving truck. Boxes, smiles, confidence. The sister-in-law pointed at the house and said, "We'll take the main part." I handed them the legal papers. They laughed at first. Then they read, and everything changed. Voices were raised. Accusations were thrown. My son looked at me and said, "How could you do this to your own family?" I looked back calmly and replied, "Family doesn't claim what isn't theirs." They left that day. No apology, no understanding, just silence. The farm felt peaceful again, like it could finally breathe. I didn't lose my son. I lost the illusion that love means surrender. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes wrapped in celebration, and justice doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it comes quietly. When you finally choose yourself. They tried to take my farm. Instead, I took back my life.